Yo, and welcome to Shooting the Soil, the channel where we shoot the soil with a camera through the microscope to learn about the vast benefits our microbiology has for our soil, our plants, our animals, and us. My name is Matt. I'm a home gardener, certified in regenerative soil with Matt Powers. So join me as we use regenerative soil practices in the home garden and share the microscopy so we can all learn together. Alright, so start of the season, spring 2023. It's mid-April, and this is what we're working with. There's our Johnson Sioux bioreactor compost pile. And then we got a bunch of leaves under the tarp making leaf mold. Alright, so here's our large raised bed. We have some walking onions already sprouting from last year, which is super cool. Love perennials. We've also already planted some garlic and some Chinese cabbage, hoping they're sprouting soon. And we're about to plant some dragon tongue beans, which is a bush bean that I got from Baker Creek Seeds. Shout out to them. Check them out, rareseeds.com. Over here is my native flower bed that I also planted 2 artichokes last year, which I really hope they come back. And over here we still got this canopy set up for the cherry tomatoes. Gonna try again to get a full canopy of Matt's wild cherry tomatoes. And here we have 2 new beds that I plan on just remediating with some sunflowers and wildflowers to increase the soil fertility for next year. And down here, we're going to plant some purple bumblebee tomatoes that were recommended to me by Garden Like a Viking. Definitely check out his channel. And as soon as we finish the tour, this is the bed we're going to be checking out under the microscope. Then over here, we're going to do some zucchini, and we have already planted some spinach and Simpson lettuce. And now for my chives, which are probably a 20-year-old perennial. They just come back every year with little to no work, and I already have more chives that I could use in mid-April. Right behind them, I plan to do a Three Sisters thing with the corn, the beans, and the squash. And over here to the right, we're gonna grow some Market More cucumbers. Now let's dive into the soil with the microscope. Okay, here we are under the microscope, looking at that bed I just mentioned, which was a mix of a little bit of my native soil, some Coast of Maine inoculated with mycorrhizae soil, and I added a little bit of my compost and biochar to it. Not too much compost and biochar, just enough. It's probably about 50% Coast of Maine. It's not looking too bad. We got some good aggregation in there, but we're seeing a lot of little clear bits and crystals that hopefully the microbiology will start aggregating, but that is not the best sign that you want to see. You want to see all nice aggregates like this eventually, but it is a brand new soil, so we'll see how things progress over the season. We're not seeing all that much fungi strands right now, but as you can see, there's a couple down there, here and there, like that one in the middle. This one actually might be an amoeba right here, but we'll zoom into 400, take a closer look at what we got. But as of right now, I would say this is not a bad start, but let's make it better. Alright, so as far as the assessment goes on this soil, we are seeing some nice fungi strands like this one here in the middle of our screen, but not that many. We do see a whole lot of bacteria, if you notice, all wiggling about in there. So that's a good sign. Bacteria seem to be liking this soil a whole bunch. But as far as having a mycorrhizal inoculant, we are looking a little low on what we would expect to see for fungi. See, I'm not seeing any strands. We got one sort of clear strand there, but if we keep going, focusing on that one could be a beneficial. we see some hyphae there. But it is still early in the season. We just put this soil down. We mixed it half with our native soil. And we'll give it some time, and hopefully we will see some more fungi as the year progresses. Alright, we did a scan around, and it looks like here we have a predatory nematode. We were in at 400x. It's nice and large. As you see, there's no spike in the head. That's not bending as it bends. And you can kind of see how he's curling up, slowly probing around. And that, I believe, to be the actions of a predatory nematode. The main identifying factor is, of course, the mouth parts. And that's what we know as being scientific. But also, I like to point out just how they move about. This one's getting more and more active. He wasn't moving as much before, but now he's kind of swarming around. So anyway, if we can get a closer look at the mouth like I did before, it's kind of a very broad open mouth, and considering his size, I would say this would be a predator, which is a good thing to see in your soil because that's part of the soil food web, and you want to see the predators so you know they are keeping the root feeding and fungi feeding nematodes in check. Alright, here we are with the dark field filter on our microscope, and what we see right here in the middle is a spore that has just sprouted into a new fungal hyphae. We got the ISO and brightness turned way up so you can see the glow around the outside. So that's a good sign that the Costa Maine mycorrhizal inoculant is going to get some more fungi in my soil. Alright, so that's a wrap for this video. If you'd be so kind to hit those buttons and share the video with anybody that you think might be interested. Help grow the channel so we could all learn together. And until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side. Happy growing!